Hello guys, welcome back. I'm Melissa. Thank you for joining me today. The humidity outside after a hurricane is no joke. It is so hot out there. I just got through rinsing a bunch of pon because we are tackling my Micholitziana and Variegated Frydek corner. We're going to be repotting 3 of them. Oh, well, I guess I should say upsizing. They're all in pon. I have 4. I have 2 of the green velvets and 2 of the Variegated Frydeks. I will link the last video I did on these guys. I ended up repotting them, I think all 4 of them in that video, into the pots that they're currently in. And I was trying to remember, I think I found 21 variegated Frydek corms, so I'm eager to go digging in their pots and get more corms today. It's gonna be a messy project. I'm gonna work like right here in my plant room, down here on the floor. So I'm going to go ahead and rinse the pots out kind of off camera. I'll show you what I got though. And yeah, I'll kind of get set up here and we'll get started. I am back. That took a while to rinse all these out. So here's another look at the big pot. So these are gonna be its forever home. So if they outgrow this, what I'm gonna do is just do a root trim and like cut off 1/3 of the root system and replant it back in here. Cause yeah, I'm not gonna keep going up in pot size. The inner pot's only this big. Like it's still big. And then it has the inside there, you know, that lifts it up a little bit. But the water only goes in here because I was confused when I was putting this together. There's no water that goes into here. And there's actually little stakes in there that elevates this thing up, like to be at the level. So this is basically just for height, I guess. But the water, when you water, there's nothing that leaks out of here. There is a drain plug on the bottom of this. But yeah, the water just sits in here. So it really doesn't use a whole lot of space. Oh, this is one of the variegated Frydeks. It's growing up and it's getting top heavy and it's leaning forward now. So it desperately needs a new home. It needs to be resituated. I don't necessarily think it needs like a huge upsize, but it's definitely squished. Okay, I've bent you down a little bit so we can work on the floor here. This is gonna get loud for a minute. Whoa. Yeah, the root system isn't crazy, you know, because I went up to these, I don't know when I filmed that video last, but it hasn't been too long. But I just think it just needs to be like down positioned further because it's growing up so much. That's the main reason I just wanted a deeper pot because this pot can only go so high, you know. So it'll definitely be able to stay in there for a while. I hope I have corms. I don't want to go like disturbing too much, but I do want to get corms if she has any, which I would think she would. So I'm just going to start plucking the corms off, any that I see. This is a nice juicy one here. Holy. Here's one that's starting to emerge. That's funny. The root system actually looks pretty good for the most part. I was using these acrylic stakes for support, but I actually have something different that I'm going to use and I'll show you. So I'm going to replant this one back in here because this is going to be too tall. Like if I try to ship that. There is another little baby here that seems to be reverted though. Another corm that sprouted off. Okay, I'm going to take that one off. I'm not seeing a ton of corms. got a lot of secondary roots. Look at that root system. Okay, so let me get my pot. So this one we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, only 6 corms. I'll set her to the side. I'm actually just gonna go ahead and just use the black pot instead of dragging the big thing out. I'm just gonna put some pon down in here. And let me see how low I can get her down in here. Oh yeah, that's gonna be so much nicer. Do you know what I mean? Like all this will start to root, and I'm just gonna kind of spread the root system out down in there. This leaf is actually yellowing and coming off. I'm just gonna go ahead and rip that one off. All right. I want to use this pon. I have a little bit of root in here, but that's okay. I'm gonna dump this back in here. What I'll probably do next time I go to repot her is, yeah, same thing. I'll just end up doing a root trim, I guess. But in order for this plant to fill out like this entire bucket, like she would have to root like crazy. So these here are called plant stem supports, and when I show these in a video on my alocasias and stuff, you guys are asking what they are or where I get them. So these I got off Amazon. I think they're from a small business. If you just do a search for plant stem supports, they should come up. But these are acrylic and they look like this. They have like plastic ones too. But yeah, if you do a search, you should have options come up. I've seen them on places like Temu before that come up in the search. But yeah, I got these from a small business here, like in the US. So they only took a few days to get here, I think, from Amazon. So I have this size and I have, I think, a medium size and a small size in there. But I'll link these that I got down below if you want to get the same thing that I got. The opening on these are a little bit small, so you have to be careful because if you have a thick stem, these might not work. You might have to get a bigger one. But yeah, you literally just hook the stem like that and then just go around and hook all the stems in the clip. And it just lifts them all up. So this one only has 6 supports, so if yours has like multiple leaves, you might not, well, I guess you could do like 2 per one. And then if you move it down a little bit, it'll fan out. But yeah, this will kind of move towards the light and look a little bit better once I get it kind of back positioned right. I think the stem is still wanting to lean a little too. Let's see, I think what I might do is one of these stakes, I'm gonna go ahead and just support the back side here. Down in there, just to help it not lean until it can reposition. And then just like getting it snug at the base will kind of lift it up a little bit. Yeah, it looks a little crazy right now, but honestly, it looks so much better than what it did. I think I accidentally snapped that leaf. That sucks. This one down here looks like it might be yellowing too. And that one's all squished. That looks so much better. And so we're gonna fit her into her home. And these have handles that you can actually lift up like so, which is nice. Wow, look at that. It's like you can put it, you know, the plants that you put on your front porch, you know, you put one on each side of like your column or whatever. It kind of looks like that. I should move them to my front porch and do one on each side. I wouldn't do that though. But they are cute. They are very cute. I'm mad that I bent the stem. Let me anchor this stem up. Okay, I'm happy with that. Very happy. All right, here is the other one that is doing the same thing. You can see how much it's just leaning like that. So yeah, we're gonna repeat the exact same process. Uh-oh. Let's see. Not overly root bound. All right, I got a couple peeking out. This one is very wet still. Whoa, now that is a huge corm. That is huge. Reminds me of that big one I found when I repotted my big Micholitziana. It was like ginormous. This one seems bigger than my other one for some reason. I can just tell by the corms and by the, I think it's because the root system here, there's a lot more roots here. It just seems, I don't know, it just seems more mature, I guess. I'm gonna get rid of these little sticks here. Ugh. We have 6 little babies already. It's heavy, the weight. Oops, I just ripped that. We're gonna put some pon down here. I'll be very careful with watering since these are bigger containers. I think sometimes I water my pon because I don't want to forget to water ones. Like if I skip around, sometimes when I do my watering, I'll like water every pond. If it's low, I'll add some, but sometimes I don't always check to see if there's water in here. Sometimes I just go off the way the pond looks, but I don't know. I guess I have to be more careful a little bit. That's really going to be down in there, but I think that's okay. All right, let's add all this back. What I'll do is just rinse through and let it drain, because this is probably going to be dirty and still have some sediment. I rinsed it really good outside, but it's still really dirty. So I'll just like rinse it through, let it drain, and not add any water in the reservoir until it can get a chance to kind of dry out a bit. Okay, my camera needs to cool down for a minute, so I'm gonna finish filling this up, and then I'm gonna do another one of these things here, and I'll meet you back here with the regular green one that's looking a little bit sad, the smaller one. I just stabbed my toe. It hurts so bad. Oh, there's pon everywhere. I am getting so hot. It is so hot in here. I don't know what to do with this one. I think I'm going to take this one out of my plant room because I just don't have room for all these guys in here. I don't know what to do with this thing. I have some dead leaves here in the back. There's a lot of yellowing. It's just drying out constantly. It's in this tiny pot. This is the bottom section of the big girl back there, and it shot out 4 growth points. So I was gonna upsize it and clean it up a bit, and I think what I'll do is just leave this one out of my plant room. I'll have to put it somewhere. Where, I don't know, but take these stakes out of here. I have so much Velcro and everything tying this one up. I was thinking about I could plant this one in the yard actually and see how it does. Because some of these plants, especially if I have duplicates, I might try and grow them outside next year and just leave them out over winter. Like in the actual yard, and just cover them. Let me undo the root system here. Because we have all those elephant ears that we planted out there too. So I feel like that and this, oh, there's a lot of water in here. Maybe it's rotted. There's so much water in here. What the heck? That doesn't make sense. Did I overdo this one? just very wet. One corm, two corm. Because this main stump is huge. Like you can see that big rhizome there. This is one of the first ones I did in Pon because I had mixed in some perlite, which I don't do anymore. This is definitely from neglect though, because I underwatered this thing like crazy. So I think some of this just shocked. I really don't know what to do. I think what I want to do is just sit this in a vase of water. I have a vase I can go get. And yeah, a lot of these roots are shocked. They're just like coming off in clumps. And I think I'll plant this outside. Because this one here growing has so many babies that are growing off from it from the corms. I'm gonna like restake that one here, but yeah, I can always like separate that in the future if I want like another plant growing. I don't think anything would happen to this if I plant it in the ground, because even if the leaves go, like this here should still survive and grow back. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stick this in some water. And I'll plant it outside somewhere. All of our elephant ears and stuff they look like monstera leaves because they got slashed from the wind, from the hurricane. All right, I shall be back. Yeah, we need to restake her. She is getting a little topsy-turvy. Look at the size of that stem though. That is crazy. We have several leaves that are wanting to snap and bend and yellow off. So yeah, all these here, this grew from like a new node then, this one here in the front. Wow, she's big. I definitely need to restake. I have all those little clear acrylic ones. What I think I might do is insert one of my green moss pole stakes in here and just kind of support it. I'm just gonna like stick it straight down into the pond and use Velcro and tie it to the stake, and we'll kind of fix these leaves up a bit. These leaves are huge though. Like, look how big these leaves are. They're so big. I think this one might be one of the bigger ones. Like, it's huge. Okay, I found a garden stake, and then I'm actually just gonna use string, I think, instead of Velcro. I think this string will be better because Velcro is kind of hard to wrap around sometimes. That one's a goner, this one's a goner. So I'm gonna stick this stake right down in the center. Just shimmy it down in there. Okay. And I'm going to use Velcro and string just to really secure it. So now we have 3 individual plants that popped up that we need to secure as well. So I have these acrylic ones that were in here. I'm going to continue to use them. We're going to tie the stem, I guess like the main branch, to this. And then I'm also going to anchor it around the main stem. And now we have 2 more stems to do on this other side. These 2 here. This is another big one growing. That is crazy. I really don't know if I need these acrylic ones. I don't know if they're really doing much, but kind of takes a little bit of pressure off the main stem too. I'm tying it to both, I guess. It's crazy that all the work that goes into getting a plant to look a certain way. It's like at first glance, you just see like the leaves and then you see all the crazy work that goes into staking it upright. It's crazy thinking about this plant and how it was like last year. Because remember, this grew back from a stump. All right, so one more vine to do, which is this one here, which is the bigger one. Okay, I can use a little ring on that side. All right, I think I'm happy with that. I'll have to kind of like move the leaves forward because it's going to go squished in the back, so I can't have it like fan out in all directions. So I have 3 more corms. So I think what I'm going to do before I water these and flush these, I kind of want to get an updated picture with this Micholitiana while there's not a ton of water in here and it's not as heavy. For my Instagram, I might just try and get a photo with this plant and then we'll water and flush. And I don't know if I'm going to do the corms right now. I might wait till tonight because I really need to go to the grocery store. It's kind of getting in the later in the evening and we need to get food for tonight. So I might do that, and I need to water in here tonight. So I might just do the corms off camera, or maybe I can just like insert a photo when I'm editing this of what the corms ended up looking like. But we'll see here. But let me get a photo and then we'll water these guys. I actually just flushed Micholitziana. I decided to film a short form video on it. Just, I don't know. I was trying to take a photo and then it was just, you couldn't really see the plant that well, the lighting. I have like crap everywhere. So I don't know. I couldn't take a photo, so I decided to make a video. So I flushed that already. It's good. There we go. So I just have it over a bin. Wait a minute. Was I supposed to remove the drain hole on the bottom? Because now how am I going to flush unless I just dump it over this way? Oh no, I didn't think about that. Because it needs the drain hole here plugged for when, you know, for it to hold water. I don't know, I didn't even think about that. Darn it, I guess I'm just gonna have to tip it over this way. This is not ideal. They were already so wet, like the root system, I didn't want to leave a ton of water because it would be ridiculous to fill this entire thing up with water. because it only sits to like here on the pot. So I'd have to fill that much water. I don't want this plant sitting in that much water. I have to like unscrew this and screw it back in every time I go to flush. You know what, I'm just gonna deal with it a different day because I am hot and I'm tired. I'm ready to be done with this. It is 81 degrees in this room and it is so freaking hot. Okay, well, I guess I want to dump this one over too. So yeah, I probably wouldn't recommend these pots now. I would just go with the normal, like, Classico there, that one there. I keep getting scraped by all the pon on the floor. Well, I'm not gonna be flushing these that often then. Okay, let's get these put back in their corner. We are done. It's kind of squished back there, but it's the best I can do. And those huge containers. They should be a lot more happy. Yeah, and the other one, I'll just, like I said, I'll plant that one outside. It was just too crammed in this corner. I only have one glove. No. I'm gonna have to get some more. Shoot, I really need gloves to peel all these. So I haven't peeled them yet. I left them overnight. It is the next day, but that is okay. I'm gonna peel them today. Maybe I'll just hold it with a paper towel. I usually just take tongs and I peel the outer shell off. It's brown like that. It's just like a protective coating the corm grows, I guess. And I just scrape it. I just don't want the stuff to go flying everywhere, you know? But once you kind of scrape it and get it going, it'll reveal the corm inside. Do you see the white? So I just kind of scrape it. Now you don't have to peel them. But I find they grow better if you peel them. Look at how white that one is. So you would think this would be a variegated Frydek, but it's actually a regular Micholitziana. So that's the top, the eyeball there, and that's the bottom. So you want to put it down into your substrate like so. So I'm going to use stratum for these. So yeah, I'm just going to work on peeling all these. I have all these Micholitziana, and then I think I have 20 variegated Frydek. So I'm going to be here peeling for a bit, and then I'll show you the setup I'm going to do once I'm done peeling them. Okay, I have them all peeled. I had alocasia shell everywhere. So what I'm going to do now is pluck them into my seedling tray. I just got this size recently. It holds 40. I actually ordered some more because I've already used all of these for like wet sticks and everything, but I want to transition all my corms over to the larger cells just so I can kind of conserve space. And I have variegated dragon scale and tandurosa. Now I did peel these, but sometimes they'll like I peeled all these here on this side, but I feel like they regrow their shell a lot. So then I'm like, I don't know, I still peel them at first and yeah, I don't know. If they regrow the shell, then oh well. I still feel like they grow faster with it peeled initially. So I feel like it's just something that they do, I've noticed. Because yeah, these were like all freshly peeled and you can barely make out the corms now because they have the brown shell. This is all used, so all I'm gonna do is fill the cells up with the stratum. Oh. And we'll pluck a corm down in there. You can see that one because it's white. Plop it down in there and then I'll add water once I fill them all up. All right, here is the final tray. So my goal was to not double any of them up. So I had to double some just because I don't have any more room. But I'm gonna separate them out because I want one corm per cell is my goal. So that is completely filled. So we'll put our lid on and yeah, we'll put these guys back under the grow light. So thank you so much for watching my alocasia video. I hope you enjoyed and it'll be exciting to see all these sprout. I think that's my favorite thing is growing out the corms. I love seeing, especially the variegated ones, I like seeing what the variegation is going to be and how they come in. So it'll be fun for me to grow these. If you have any questions about anything, let me know. I'll try and link what I can down below in the description box. For the planters, I'll link these things here too. And then I'll also have my last alocasia video that I did on these guys. So I hope you enjoyed and have a good rest of your day, and I'll talk to you again soon.